Hello everyone, and welcome back to the next episode of this Transport Fever 2 Moneyville County episode, where, since the last episode, the second company we set up has been a little bit sneaky, and they've rapidly expanded their tool production network, now producing tools, particularly making the Pershore line very busy. These train lines are quite congested, but they're actually doing quite well for the fact they're extremely busy. This train here should be able to get through cleanly without having to wait, which it will be. Right, and then that queues up there, starts queuing up there, that rolls in, that's all. This all actually works quite efficiently. This station is an absolute beauty of operation, because both lines in and out of it are set up to be allowed to go on both platforms, so they all go in. Anyway, this whole second company, which we still haven't given companies names by the way, but this second company expanding all their stuff has not gone down well with the first company. They are producing fuel, but this fuel isn't going very far, and still using this setup here. This line needs more trains, it's got outdated locos. This one, we'll put the new locos on it. There we go, and we'll get a third one. Because as you also see, we've made a lot of money. This one as well, Killingworth crude oil. I've only got 3 trains on there at the moment. These could all do with getting the newer locomotives as well. So we'll get these ones, we'll get these ones, and we'll get these ones, and we'll get another train. But what they also want to do, they're not going to just stick up with doing fuel. The other main things to manage in Moneyville is food, and they would love to get a food set up. They've also coincidentally got this bricks line under their control, which is probably not doing much at the moment, and could do with getting new vehicles. We'll get the all cargo ones. Sell. Well, actually, what happened doesn't even demand that much. We'll actually sell a few. Stone line, they're not even picking up a full load. We'll replace the vehicles, but I think we will go down. Actually, no, we won't go down on that one, because we're going to get the bricks delivered to more places. We're going to get food set up. They want to be the best, this company. They want to deliver as much as possible. So, the unfortunate news for them is that not many places on their network want bricks, but the one exception entirely is Thatcham. So we are going to expand this station with an extra 2 platforms, because why not? This probably could also be the junction, with the junction being here turn into a junction between cargo lines, and we're going to make these platforms a bit longer than the other ones, and we're going to give it its very own cargo building as well. Actually, no, it won't fit, so forget that. So what these tracks are going to do, they're going to come out at 50 miles an hour. It's going to be faster, and they're actually going to come up parallel to these lines, but in order to increase capacity, they're not going to run quite with them. Now, where's the cargo demand for bricks? Oh, it's right near the station. That is brilliant news. Close that now. So what we're now going to do is run these at 65 miles an hour down here for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this quad track system to enable additional capacity. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to here, then bend it round into this line as fast as it will go. We're also going to then cause chaos by doing this to the junction. And that somehow even actually works. Don't ask me how. The game didn't give any objections when building that. So that will do for cargo. So Thatcham, the bricks plant is here, and rather than changing the trains at Westerham, we are going to bring up our own train line from here because, you know, this company wants to show everyone how it's done. And they're a bit annoyed at how they've just been absolutely outdone by another company. So 40 miles an hour. This junction we're going to do a little bit differently as well. We're going to do it like this. It just splits out into double track. So there'll be a preference for kind of using the side. However, there will still be a crossover here. There we go. We want to not make the slopes too steep as well. We are still going to do a crossover here as well, so that they can switch between lines. However, what this does allow them to do is kind of immediately split into double track from wherever they're coming from. So we've got one-way signals here and here. Then we'll make the bend. And whilst we could do them faster than 40 miles an hour, but at the moment our max speed for trains is 31, so it's not exactly like it makes much of a difference. Now which signals we're gonna move anyway? These ones as well. And we're just gonna connect up the last track. Bit of track, then signal, signal, signal. You can do signals here as well. Then signal, signal, signal. Then we're going to do an extra signal there, just so that if two trains are trying to come on at a roughly similar time, they don't have to wait too long. And there is actually a curve of track as well. It could take us this way to Bawtry. I wonder if it's a small station. Where's the car? Well, what side of the town is the cargo demand on? This kind of side here, actually. So this is only a one track, 120 metre platform. You just hold shift to do smaller rotations. Station. Like that. We're just going to place the station here. And the line is literally going to bend round and join in, like that. Nothing complicated. We're going to have a signal going out that way. And we're going to have a couple of signals here and here. So that's one place, but I think that's about it for Bricks Enfield actually as well. Bricks Demand in Enfield is the other side of town. Annoyingly, next to this big hill. So, what we're going to do, because they really want to be the best at delivering cargo, they are literally going to build this station in the middle of a hill. And then what they're going to do is run down to here. Then run down to here. And also run this line in here. And run this line in at 50 miles an hour between these tracks. Same between these, between these tracks. And that will set up Enfield. Paddockwood doesn't, Pershore. It's the fourth demand, so it won't be as big. Right, so they now want to set up these bricks deliveries. So the first one will go to Thatcham. We've got an autosave, which is do doing that, but yep, that's good for Thatcham. We'll set it up to only one platform now, and it comes into the correct platform at West Ham South. They will also allow it to come into the other one. And you can see there can be one coming into this platform while another one goes out of that platform, which is exactly what we want. And that'll be Thatcham bricks. Which would be better if I didn't have caps lock on. We want a new line. We bought tree bricks. So in West Ham South, yeah, that's using the correct default, but we also want to allow it onto platform 1. And you can see how this nicely. So if there's an option for one to come into this one while another one comes out that one. There's one for one to come out of both, to be honest, but also from each individual direction. That's just all the flexibility you might need. So that's good, and that's going to be bought tree bricks. Another one, we will also want this out of platform 2 with the option of 1, which will run through Moneyville and up to Enfield. Uses the bypass lines through Portsmouth, which is probably for the better. So that's Enfield bricks. And that's good. So we've got 3 lines to get a train for. And obviously there are also other towns on this map that could do with bricks, but because they're not currently served by this company, they're not going to get them. Now this depot is going to be a bit of a weird one. I'm going to set up this depot to run into there, but also then to run into here, and also because we want to allow trains out of the depot, or back into the depot, sorry. This is a bit weird, this whole junction set up, but it will allow trains out of the depot in all directions. So we want signals for them to wait at while they go out. Also a signal there. Brilliant. So we want the most powerful locomotive we've got, the BR, however you pronounce that. It's the most powerful one we've got at the moment. And as we're delivering bricks, we want flat cars. Now Thatcham, we're going to get a 60 capacity train for Thatcham bricks. Bawtry, it's a bit of a smaller place. We're only going to get 52 capacity. And for Enfield, it's a big place. We're going to get 2 56 capacities because it's also a bit of a long way. Where's that one going to? It's going to Bawtry first. Well, to be honest, it'll take a while for them to start producing bricks for these lines. That one's also going to Enfield first. So yep, now that one's running out. And that one's now delivering no bricks. However, we have now got bricks waiting for this line. This should hopefully raise the shipment of the stone line, get this to upgrade, then get this one to deliver more, then make all of this better. Now we have fuel here, we have quite a lot of fuel here. We're going to replace these with the most up-to-date ones, which go have an extra 1 mile an hour of speed. I'm sure it'll be worth it. We'll also clone another 2. I think because more fuel is getting delivered at the moment. That train is full. This line is pretty full in total. Let's get some extra wagons on this. Right, they also want to produce food. Now there is a setup near Enfield for this as well. So they're going to get a good big station here. They're going to go 240. They want to prove to the other company that they're the big ones. There's a farm there. There's a farm there. And there's food demand in several different directions. So what we're going to do is in each of these we're going to do a relatively long platform as well to allow for more goods to be stored on the platform. Now that connects. Good. So that does connect, yep. And then we're just going to do a small line we're going to split this into double track as well, and then what we're going to do next is send this on a bridge over the main line. We're going to send it on a bridge until it's no longer a bridge. There we go. So they can get over fine. We want a nice bridge as well. We're going to get... Actually, no, we're not going to get one of those because that's bridge pillar collision. What about one of those? Bridge pillar collision as well. Let's go for one of those. Bridge pillar collision. Can we win? Can we ever win? That'll work. There we go, and then it can come down to there. Or sorry, come up to there, in fact. So this is double track. What we're then gonna do is bring track off after the level crossing that then bends and goes up, so that it can come up to the bridge. And then that connects it nicely from the other direction. We are going to do that and then run around to here. So that's that direction sorted. For going in the other direction, however, we're going to come. What we're actually going to do here is we're going to do another interesting junction layout. So what we're going to do is going to split this into two. We're going to bring this in. We're going to bring this in. Also then going to give... No, that's not going to work either. That's not going to work with how tight a space it is there, so we're going to just bring it out a bit more. We're going to bring this into here as fast as possible. Then we're gonna bring this to here if necessary. Then bring this into here. Then if necessary, that can then come into here. So if that one, yeah. So that'll work. So what if it wants to come out this third platform? Well, there's going to be a longer crossover here. And if it wants to come out there, it can then come like that and like that. Oh wow, that junction's really taken up a lot of space to the point where I can't even get a signal in there. So we can cut this in as tightly as possible from there to there to there. We'll get a signal in. Well, actually, no, we won't. We'll get a signal in. And in fact, even we can bring this off, then bring this round, then get this to be upgraded to 40. There we go. Hopefully, if I then set up a signal there, we do one way on those. We can set up a signal there, signal joining. Signals here, here, and here, here, that'll do. And then these lines here, I'm going to have to do a pretty tight turn. To then reach the lines into Enfield station. So that is quite some junction to make all three platforms easily accessible. What we're actually going to do here, actually, like that, is we're just going to get those signals there, which are entering junction signals. And signals here, yeah, it's all just a bit chaotic, and we're going to get signals exiting this station in all directions, making sure that they're not one-way signals so that we can send trains into those platforms as well as out. Right, so that's a chaotic junction if I've ever seen one. We now also need to get food station set up here, making sure the station does actually connect to the farm, which might be a bit difficult without destroying any fields. But if we put that there, hook up a road there, that connects. Now it probably will have to go through this hill, like this, and then come out here, like that. One way off, that'll do. And also one here as well, do. So that's now chaotic. There's that bricks drain. So I'll get this line set up to run into, at the moment, that platform. But hopefully, if I set up those ones, that works as I would have hoped, which is good. Wait, where? That's... oh, we need a signal here. Entering junction, that's why that was acting weird. But yeah, that does split up correctly to go in that direction. That's Enfield Grain 1. We'll then set up Enfield Grain 2, which will prioritise platform 2, but once again, 3 and 1 are also going to be options. Now that does work correctly for platform 3, that's good, and for platform 1, that's good. And that's Enfield Grain 2. And those can both get trains from wherever, well, we'll just get another depot near here, I think, at this point, with all the different lines going on. We'll get one. We'll get one here. Like this. We'll have a signal here going on. There we go. So, first grain line is a bit of a, we'll have a longer train. So we'll set up the second one first. So this is going to be the second one, it's going to be an 80 capacity. Enfield Grain 2. We're going to go for 100 capacity on the Enfield Grain 1. And then we need to deliver the food. So in terms of delivering food range, Pershaw's got it as number 4, so we won't bother with that. Epsom, Moneyville, Litchett Minster, which is how I'm pronouncing it. Kids Grove, they'd love to deliver food there, honestly, the competition. Because the competition there, we're going to just slowly roll it out. So, first of all, Moneyville, where's the food demand? That side, that's a bit awkward given that this tool station is already set up here. What we're actually going to do here is, this is not going to be favourable with the residents, but we are going to set up a really small station on the edge here, which is going to connect to quite a lot of the food places. But then not all of them. Isn't it just going to... It would be better if we could get... Well, I would say that. We've got a truck stopped there for fuel. Which covers a lot of the food buildings. So we could just bring it into here. So this is going to be Moneyville food fuel now. Food fuel delivery. That stopped there. I would say should be good enough, but what we're actually now going to do as well is we're going to have a stop. We're going to make it come into this area and bend out again. We're going to make it have 2 stops, or maybe we'll make it go back into Moneyville branch again. And then after that we'll make it run out to here, to York Road, to pick up a better area. Sounds good. We'll definitely get more vehicles on this line now. And we'll send the food into here. I am gonna actually set up a second platform here now. Second track or whatever. And then platforms, we get the cargo one in. I'm tempted now to shift that building over because it just feels like totally off-centered now. Like there. We could get like that triple one in there. And we're actually going to get the fuel setup on the new one now. Because it's then going to run into like, up there. Then I'm going to run in like that. There we go, have an out signal there. Moneyville oil, that's what it's called. And Moneyville transfer, we're going to go on to number 2. Which will enable us to get from platform 1 here with the option of 2 and 3 into Moneyville transfer, which will have to go on that platform because it cannot use the other one. We now have loads of lines running down this way, and how does this work? Yes, that's exactly how I would like it to work. The purposes of running into platform 2 and just that one for running into platform 3. Yeah, this is just like how to set up a junction if you want crazy efficiency for just 3 platforms. Now, Moneyville transfer, so that's Moneyville food, and then that one can get a train from here. Steam, of course, is this one, and for food it wants the boxcar, and we'll give it 2 trains of 60 capacity. There we go. Now that's Moneyville set up. Now technically we can bring it to Killingworth, but what he's going to have to do is going to have to run through Whitehaven, then through Leicester, this line, which I'm not sure I really want it to do. So, and there's Bawtry as well. How to boost egos, get both types of cargo delivered to Bawtry. Does this one cover this? Yes, it does. Okay. We're going to get a Bawtry food route up, which is going to default to platform 2 again this time. But it doesn't really matter, I just want to get a range of platforms which are storing the cargo so that it doesn't all get overloaded on one. Now this Bawtry is also going to get food service. And then that one, even further than Moneyville, but there's going to be less demand. Like Moneyville's got 174 demand, this has got 32. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 trains of 52. However, we're going to want to spread them out, so we'll put 1 on the line now. We're going to get 1 from another depot to run it like this depot, just to get them spread out a bit. There we go. Hover over the area because I've got this thing selected, which means only show the lines which can be seen on the screen. Right, this is going to Enfield West first, which is fine. It's running out the depot, brilliant. You could also get it to Epsom. So, Epsom, it's not a very big place at all. Only has demand for 17 food, but you know, it's this company's home brewing town, so let's not spoil it for them. We're just going to try to squeeze this in like this. So if you notice, the track just comes out like that, and it can run into there as well as. That's a shame. I'd love it to be able to run into... Well, actually no, that can be a double slip switch. Problem solved. So there we go. And then we get Epsom to have food service as well. And we'll get this all on platform 3, even though it's heading in that. Well, actually, no, we'll put it on. No, we put it on platform 3. And then Enfield with Epsom, which is a bit chaotic, but look at it, it just flows onto the fast line and away it goes. So this is part of the jealousy of the tool setup. They're also getting a busy rail line themselves, but this one is also partially quad track. So line 1, I still haven't renamed that, that's Epsom Food. So hopefully that does well. We've already got some here. This has got 167 waiting, it's got an 80 capacity, this train. Duplicate. This one's not got much waiting. The train has just left, not even full. Oh, I see, they're kind of out of balance, these two. Oh, that one's already upgraded, that's not fair. But there's that train. Epsom Food. That means this grain train's going to try and go into this platform, which it does absolutely fine. Going into 1, is it? Okay. This one then comes out. It's got 2 food on board. This one's now with grain 2. It's going to come out of the depot. That's coming into that platform. Is it not coming out? Actually, it's not coming out of it. It's just coming that way. This one's now bending out that way. It's just so nice to watch a station like this and just see all the trains coming in and out almost freely. This one's now coming in. This one will have the ability to go into number 1. This is Brick's train running into Enfield. It's a passenger train. So I think this has been very good so far, this episode. What we haven't done at all, actually, is get anyone and a new line set up. So, you see this line from Tonbridge Wells, this station in Bawtry, Brightlingsea here, as well. And then, where's it going to head up to? Lymington. Or Hartlepool. We're actually going to create, I know what we're going to do. We're going to create a junction station, a junction town. Like, for anyone who knows the railway network, Crewe in the UK. For the UK railway network, anyone who knows it, Crewe station. It's basically, the town was just built on the railway, and it's a massive junction. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to have 75 miles an hour. Heading up towards Bawtry. We're not going to care too much about the gradient because, oh my gosh, we have so much money. At this point, it's just going to be build for railway lines. Now, we are actually going to do another one of our new towns on this stretch of line because it's quite empty at the moment, but also quite flat, quite suitable for a new station. And this station is going to be 160 metres. It's not going to be a cargo station, it's going to be a passenger station. And there we go. Just going to get the road connected on this side and build up the town. Tiny, please. Oh, and it's done the thing I always don't like it to do, which is build something there, which is probably actually just about doable with the level crossing. So, fine, have it. Colchester. So this station is now going to be called Colchester. And then it's just going to run through to Bawtry. And that is all good. We want it to be relatively flat because, you know, we've got this much money to spend. And that's Bawtry. Now it's going to run direct to Brightlingsea, and this is going to be, though we don't have trains that can go above 31 miles an hour at the moment, this is going to be one of the fastest stretches of line that gets built so far. With line speeds up to 110 miles an hour. Which know where they want to go fast, this company. They want to show the other company how fast railway lines are done. And Breitling see, they want to show that the other company how a big station is done. So, I'm going to give it 4 platforms, 240 metres. They're really going to show that, yeah, we are the big company here. And they'd love to even get direct services from Breitling Sea to Moneyville, because they're both big towns. So, 8 miles an hour now. So what they're going to do is they are going to set up a direct Breitling Sea to Moneyville service. They're going to use the outer 2 platforms as through lines, and the inner 2 platforms as terminating tracks. So what they're going to do is they're going to cross over here, which allows through trains to go outside of the crossing over trains. And then they're going to build a bypass line through Lower Bawtry. Just going to change up the way this station works. We have got space to extend the platform out here. That is a bit of a tight curve, but it's manageable. And what this is going to do is it's basically just going to run around the town. Limited to 40 miles an hour for this bit. And then it's going to come up to 70 miles an hour. There we go. Then this is also going to bend in here. There we go, that's all good. Breitling say there's then 2 towns in this direction, Lymington and Hartlepool. Actually, Breitling say maybe we won't have trains terminating from Moneyville because it's got 2 directions to go in. So we're going to place a new town here around a station. So we're just going to build a station here. Like Breitling see, 4 platforms. It's in the middle of nowhere at the moment. But what we're going to do is we're going to connect the tracks up. 75 miles an hour will do. And we're going to come quad track out of this station. And then we're going to merge it back into double track. What this is going to allow us to do is to get a nice junction in. Here, and it's going to merge into double track again. It's just about this company showing the other company how they think railway lines are done. 100 miles an hour here. They're just going to go directly straight for here, avoiding the oil refinery. And then be running into there. Hopefully the level crossings work with it, which they do, and that works there. So that comes out like that. That will merge in just before the level crossings. So between the level crossings we'll have our junctions, which will be here. Like that. So this new station, it's called Breitling Sea Central. Well, we're gonna put a building on the other side of this. Put the building and the side kind of bits either side which have capacities. They're called waiting rooms, okay? We're gonna connect up roads to these. Just out in front to make sure the town connects up to these. We're then going to build our junction at this side of the station, which is going to be done at 70 miles an hour. So how it's going to work is this is going to essentially come out this way, this is going to come out this way. This is going to come out this way to join up with this one. This is going to come out this way to join up with this one. this is also going to have a crossover. Like this. Well, actually, I know how we could do this. If we just take that back a bit. If we just do it like that. So, this comes off to here. However, it's also going to allow trains to come in like that and then go out like that. Which is just complicated, I know, but it's just about getting the junction sorted out, because then this town we place here is not going to be tiny, it's going to be medium. It's Oxford, which was what we'll rename the station therefore. And that, we're going to have another level crossing here once the junctions are finished. Like that. There we go. We've got two towns of Leamington and Hartlepool to go. So, we've got what to still get done. Okay, so first line we're going to build is up to Hartlepool. And this one is going to bend up this way. And it's going to head, I think, this way, this side of the coal mine. And then we're going to do another new town here. Just thinking here in Bawtry that what I might do as well is have a station, a line that bypasses the station entirely. So if I just do this, so that's for passenger lines, but that's passenger line, but that's going to get incredibly overloaded if we also try to use it for cargo. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have, this is going to be cargo line plus for fast passenger trains, because Bawtry isn't really that big a place as well. Got to remember that. So this is going to run this side of the station. Maybe in the future we'll upgrade the station to be bigger as well. For now, this is going to bend in like this. Like that, that'll do. Just trying to get a roughly even curve so that the speed is constant. So Oxford, this side, 160, this is just going to be a small station. I'm going to just do literally like, maybe, and this town will be situated around the coal industry. So just extending the railway line a little further. Then building a town. Going to go back to tiny here. Yarm. So this is now going to be Yarm Station. Which is actually quite fitting given that in real life I'm pretty sure based on UK towns, which is what these are named after, Yarm and Hartlepool are quite close and on the same train line. Ooh, all these desert stuff that I never kind of zoom in to actually appreciate. We're going to kind of run this side. And we're going to do a nice small terminus station here, so we're going to have just two platforms. We're not going to have a connection between the two platforms because, like, it's terminus. We're just going to run straight out like this. No fuss. We're just going to have a very because we're probably more likely to get more platforms on this side. I'll do the junction this way around. So we're doing it very fast. We'll give a little bit of space in case one kind of like bends out that way. And then do the connection the other way. There we go. And then from Oxford there's also the line up to Lymington. Which we're going to extend this way. And we're going to go for now flat out high speed. Because there's nothing really in our way. However, we are going to get a station at this crossover point here, which we are going to do with bypass lines, rather unusually for this series. Well, not that unusually. So these 125 mile per hour tracks coming like that. We'll do 75 mile an hour off here. Same here. And then we'll build the station, and we're going to build the station like so one platform. And the reason for that is so that we can get the bypass lines in. If we go to tracks, you'll see they do all come under speed. We don't have a container at the moment. So where's 125? There we go. Standard tracks with speed limit 125. That's the one. And then at this end, just standard tracks. So hopefully they can bypass this station at 125. And oh, I almost forgot the other platform. We do it with these platforms with sloping edges because I think it looks better. In terms of MISC, we get this station we're going to do underpass actually. We get the platform roof over these two portions, and that's all good. We're going to continue heading to Lymington now. And unlike Hartlepool, Lymington is going to be a big grand station, big grand terminus station. Quite possibly in the future, Lymington will have connections from another direction, such as from Thatcham, rather than having to run all the way through to Brightlingsea and Broadtree to go everywhere. Now this place, I almost forgot to add a town to here. It's going to come off here. What we're going to do is we're going to create a bit of an odd roads network here. We're going to create a road there, we're going to create a road there. Road there, and on all of these we're actually going to for the first time enable player ownership because I want the town to look and be structured like this. So put player ownership on yes, good, and then we can just place the town over these roads. Cleckheaton. Okay. Will continue at high speeds. This line is probably going to be where we carry out our first high-speed train tests. Once high-speed trains are unlocked, our first high-speed runs. We are then going to do the tunnel on this bit, just across this little ridge here, and then we're coming into Lymington. Lymington, we're even gonna build a road for this one, so buildings. So we're gonna get 240, however, station is gonna be a bit different. We're actually gonna do 160 at first. So what we're then gonna do, first of all, we're gonna extend this platform out, which I know looks a bit weird. We then want platforms here, which we're going to do for cargo. We're going to pre-build cargo into this station. And platforms. We're just going to send cargo into that one. And then we're going to have a cargo, Actually, we may as well like set up that track all the way to the end. Or not, actually, what we might do is send this back a bit. So in cargo buildings we can have got internal errors trying to place those. We can place these ones. But we can place that cargo building there and have. It's just going to be like all over set up. Like I fully understand this is completely overkill for everything. All of this is completely overkill. But actually, pause. We're going to get this cargo platform even longer. In cargo buildings, this one will work. I don't think all the other ones cause errors. In those places anyway. If they cover up that track, they cause errors. So what we can also do, just get this track to continue down a bit. And get the building set up like that, and even get like a random track in for no apparent reason. All this stuff we can do to make this station look a bit different. We can get 20-metre long platforms, I'm pretty sure. About 30, is that pushing a bit? No, it's not pushing it at all actually. In fact, this track here is just going to come up to here, buffers here, but it's not going to do anything. Right, so now this station is just a bit weird, but this is kind of the whole weird and wacky vibe we're going for. So, we've now got 6 tracks to connect up. And what we're actually just going to do, we're just going to bend like that. We're going to connect this one up to here. We're going to send that in. I'm going to send this one up to here. Just put a crossover here. Like that. We're then going to build up to there and connect that one into there. I'm going to bend this straight out to an extent and connect that up to there. So I'm going to do this one, so I'm going to do this with the option to then connect down into there. And then this, so I'm going to do like that, like that. Like that, and then come out like that. Just like whatever the hell is happening here is happening, honestly. This is weird. Okay, we're not going to do some, we're going to sort out signals in a minute. That can connect around at 50 then. But yeah, you can see how this terminus station works, or indeed. You might be able to if you can have a long attention span and also press the pause button, because this junction is just weird and I am fully aware of that. I'm going to do auto-sig for part of this. Signal spacing at 340 metres. After level crossing, let's go. Do that back the other way. Well, we don't really need to turn off auto-sig because there are junctions here. It just like won't do it beyond the junction. But now we've got beyond the junction, auto-sig, down to here, backwards again, and one more. All of these have signals coming out. But they're not going to be one-way signals. This time we're not going to do. We're going to do signals based on 490 metres. Like that. Just signals entering the station and leaving. And then that's got up to there. That's going to get back. And then we're going to put a signal entering the station. After Oxford, it's going to go down to 280 metres signal spacing. So we're going to have one there. We're going to have one here. We're going to have one there. We come back the other way. Like that, and then it's brightening, so we're going to have exiting signals for all platforms. Actually, no. We can have one-way signals there and there, because they're only going to use the middle platforms if they're turning around. There we go. Then we can go back to the auto circ here. And then like that. We can get that set up there. Entering, entering, entering. Let's do status signals there. Put one there. Get set all the way down to Colchester. That's good. We'll do a special signal there to enter the junction. And that's all good on that line. Just going to put a signal there. Should build up to a signal there. Down. Signal there. Signal there, signal there, signal there. Good. Do entering signals for the junction, and that's all signalled. So, setting up passenger lines. I would love to have one that kind of goes beyond Bawtry. It's going to be a bit complicated. And I think what we basically just do is Moneyville to Bawtry, because it only comes from Moneyville as well. It's a less busy line, and also you can have less variation in passenger demand. From Bawtry, it's going to come to Brightlingsea. It's actually going to go beyond. No, it's going to go 4, so it can come in. It's going to go to Oxford. Platform 4, because it's then going to run fast up to Lymington. At this junction, yeah, do whatever you want really. Should come to platform 3 at Lymington. And then on the way back it will stop at Oxford. That platform's fine. Brightlingsea, preferably platform 1. Then back up at Lower Bawtry, and then before it goes to Withensea. So that's now Moneyville to Lymington. And you may notice that line does not stop at Cleckheaton or whatever it is, because we're then going to get set up 2 more lines. There's going to be Tunbridge Wells, platform 3. Colchester, this Bawtry, Brightlingsea, also platform 4 for now. Oxford, platform 3. Yarm, Hartlepool, Yarm, Oxford, Brightlingsea. This Bawtry, Colchester, and then back to Tunbridge Wells. So that's Tunbridge Wells to Hartlepool. And then our final route is just going to go from Lymington platform 2, Cleckheaton, Oxford, Brightlingsea. This one's going to terminate at Brightlingsea, then come back to Oxford, Cleckheaton, and then this line. So this is going to be Lymington to Brightlingsea. Passenger. So, first of all, Moneyville to Lymington, which used to be Moneyville to Bawtry. We're going to clone that, and clone it again. We're going to get a depot in Brightlingsea, because it's a hub for the services. And then run into there. Signals not one way. Then from this depot we want only one train on Brightlingsea to Lymington, I think. We're going to get some of the new compartment cars down. And this train, you know what, it's only going to be a 44 capacity, I think. For now. Don't think that many people want to go to Cleckheaton. To brightly see now. The other route to Hartlepool, we're going to get 2 of these. Now I know that these trains aren't going to be very well spaced out now, but who cares, they'll get more spaced out. Now you may have noticed in this episode that a lot of our terms require machines, so that's what we're going to go set up in the next episode. So, just to recap, in this episode, we have, back to this, well, before this episode, we've got all these tools being delivered, which, whoa. Maybe some more trains, please. And on that one as well. Those 2 are both coming back. Then, our other company, our first company, got annoyed, so they set up these bricks lines from West Home Construction, well, construction materials, bricks, whatever, plant. And then they also set up the food network near Enfield. And then they expanded their network so that was a line from Tunbridge Wells, Colchester, Bawtry with connection to the other line at Bawtry, Brightonsea, Oxford, Cleckham, Heaton and Lymington, with also a branch up to Yarn and Hartlepool. So, thanks for watching this episode, and we'll see you in the next episode of this series where there might be some machines plants getting set up. Maybe even that one, because there's some blocks there, that's still set up, there's some coal around here, that steel mill, there's some iron ore around here. Yeah, in fact we'll probably get that very machines factory set up. Thanks for watching, goodbye.